Change is going to come. Change is coming. Every moment that we remember who we are, every moment that we remember the divine within us, every time we wake up just a little bit more, change is going to come. Nothing changes unless something changes. So what's changing? Ernest Holmes. It is self-evident that the only God we can know is the God our consciousness perceives. Let me say that again. It is self-evident that the only God we can know is the God our consciousness perceives. We can only know what we know. And we can't really know beyond that. We might be able to feel beyond that, saying, I know there's something more. And we know that because that's what keeps pulling us forward. The desires of the heart, as Emily Cady would say in Lessons in Truth, is what pull us forward, to awaken our consciousness, to pay attention, and to allow for those changes to happen, to step into those changes. There's a Sufi story about a man who was searching for his keys under a streetlight. And a friend walked up to him as he saw his friend searching for his keys, and he said, well, where did you lose them? Where did you drop them? In the house? Well, if you drop them in the house, why are you looking out here under the streetlight? Well, the light's better. Duh, hello? But how many times in life do we go searching outside of ourselves when the answer is inside? We go outside of ourselves, seeking, searching. One more book, one more lesson, one more teacher. Now, those aren't all bad. They're not bad. But are you allowing time for yourself to incorporate those teachings? Are you allowing time for yourself with all of that new information that you're bringing in to allow it to become part of who you are? Does that make sense? We have to do both. We bring in new information, but we take the time to allow it to just, like a beautiful cup of tea, to let it steep and become part of who we are. We can only know what we know. We can only know what we know. Are you satisfied with where you are? You don't have to answer that. Maybe you are. Maybe you are. But do you want more? Do you want more? And then more. To have more and more of an understanding of the divine. Whatever that means for you. Wherever your purpose is leading you. To awaken and feel. To know more of God, to know more of good. Suzanne Giesman says, find your center and find your truth. You are already whole here and now. You are already whole. Right in this moment, you are whole and complete. And then as we find our centers, we know that truth, that wholeness, that completeness, that perfection that we already are, blooms. It awakens. We come to know more. We come to understand more. You see from where you stand. I love that thought. We see from where we stand. Just feel into that for a moment. Is it time to take another step forward? Hopefully forward, not backward. Sometimes we go backward for a moment. This talk is a call of awakening. As Eugene Holden, who I will share here in just a moment, he calls it a radical shift in consciousness to awaken more. Consciousness can change, and when it does, everything changes. When we change our consciousness, we don't just change our world, we change the world. Do you believe that? Do you believe that you are that important to the universe, that your consciousness affects the consciousness of the world? It's true. It's absolutely true. You wouldn't be here on the planet if it weren't true. What would be the purpose? I don't see any parasites sitting in this room. Sitting in a unity ministry, learning, studying metaphysics, coming into a greater awareness of the truth of who you are, of the divine. You are that important, each and every one of you. Each and every one of us. And we spend so much time underestimating our power and our beauty. But every morning when you wake up, just take a moment. And as you take that wonderful stretching breath and you go, yes, thank you. What is my intention for this day? Who do I want to be in this day? What difference do I want to make in this day? It can be from the very smallest whatever you can think of to doing something grand. It's all important. It's all important. Now is the time for a radical shift in consciousness. No longer can the human race afford to keep seeing things from a place of separation. We have done this for far too long. This radical shift begins with recognizing that we all are connected. As the saying goes, nothing changes if nothing changes. Are you willing to change? Are you willing to awaken even more? Eugene Holder, science and mind practitioner. A radical shift. A radical shift. We have the opportunity to step into this awareness, to step into this way of being. No, we're already stepped into it. You're here right now this morning. But to increase that, right? To increase it. To walk into it and say, here I am and here I come. What now? What good can I do today? What love can I do today? How can I treat myself a little more kindly? And then take that out into the world. And so we go to the Beatitudes. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are you, the pure in heart. The more pure in heart we are, the more we come into an understanding of the divine. From this book that I have, it's a channeled book. It's just the sweetest book, Jesus and Mastery. This is the interpretation from that book of the sixth beatitude. How fortunate are those who seek to know God in their heart and to live in accordance with God's laws. They will consciously express oneness with God. Blessed are the pure in heart. How fortunate are those who seek to know God they will consciously express oneness with God. And from the Fillmore Study Bible, in consciousness, thought precedes the act. Therefore, the impure thought leads to the impure act. With the thought fixed on the purity and the oneness of the mind of God, we become expressions of both purity and unity. In consciousness. In consciousness. And the Aramaic, the consistent in heart shall see sacred unity everywhere. The more we stay consistent, the more we stay in heart resonance, the more we shall see sacred unity. As I was out walking my dog this morning, I was just being, and I was being with my talk for this morning. And then I let my thoughts just ramble. It's very interesting to become a conscious observer of your rambling thoughts. That's when you know where you really are in consciousness, right? Yeah. There's I once heard someone say, I'll start seeing the Christ in everyone as soon as they start acting like the Christ. I know, right? But right? Don't we go there? Yeah. I behold the Christ in you. Oh my word, what the? But when you observe, and to just gently, not in a harsh way, not in a criticizing way, but in just a humorous way, to observe where your thinking goes. It is the most entertaining thing. And if you can look at it from an entertainment, then you're not judging it, right? So it's a win-win, because you get to humor yourself and you get to learn and pay attention and change your thoughts. Nothing changes unless something changes. So, these are your how-tos. Awareness. Become aware. Be willing, first of all, to become aware, to pay attention. I love the exercise of just sitting in the silence and the quiet, not necessarily in a deep meditation, but in a contemplation. And do my heart-focused breathing. As a heart math coach and student, doing years of heart-focused breathing, I sometimes forget about it because it's so automatic. You know how you have those automatic practices? But there is so much power and strength when you focus your attention on breathing from your heart. The heart is so intelligent. You posted something this week, Terry, about do you remember the numbers? The numbers were crazy.
It's an amazing thing that
And HeartMath for 30 years has done the measurement. If you're not aware of HeartMath and the work that they do, you can go to heartmath.com and heartmath.org. But allowing yourself to become centered through your heart and do that heart-focused breathing. After I was observing my thoughts this morning as I was walking and became just quite amused at where my brain was, I brought it back in and brought it back into love. Love is the only power. Love is the only way. Love, 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 love. Watch our circle grow as we sang. That is the essence. And so as I did that heart shift, as that mind shift, and I came back into heart coherence, what we call heart coherence. And I did a heart lock-in. And then I allowed my mind to just carry itself or be guided. I think it was more being guided to different places around our world. There's calling for love. People that are calling for love, situations that are calling for more love. The love is already there. Love is principle. It just is. It's a frequency. It is we that have to remember to utilize it, to awaken it. For us to awaken to it is a better way to put it. Love is there saying, come on, come on, come on. Come on. And as I was guided to all of these different places and the hardships around the world, and I just put a dome of love over everything. And sheltered everything with love. Awareness. Notice your thoughts and feelings and ask, what lens am I looking through right now? What lens am I choosing to see through? First, we have to wake up to what it is we're even seeing, thinking, feeling. And then purification. Release the mental clutter that's rooted in fear, lack, or separation. So become aware and then do a cleansing. Whatever that means for you, whatever practice you use for that. And then find your alignment. Again, however that works for you, I use heart-focused breathing. Consciously choose to align your thoughts with the one presence and the one power. Consciously choose. This talk is about being willing to step into a higher state of consciousness and then embodiment. Live as if sacred unity is already true, because it is. It just simply is. So, I would like to take a moment as we begin to close and do a bit of a very brief guided meditation. Just close your eyes if that feels comfortable. And just allow yourself to soften. Begin to bring to your awareness from the outer world to the inner world. Bringing your awareness from the outer world to the inner. And feel yourself arriving. In this stillness, imagine you are standing in a wide open field at sunrise. The light is soft, warm, golden. This light represents pure divine presence, one power, one love, one life. Feel that light on your skin, in your breath, in your heart. Just breathe into that beautiful morning light. And now silently affirm, I am connected to all that is. I am one with the source of all life. I am connected to all that is. I am one with the source of life. In this field, see before you the faces of people you know. Just very gently let them appear. Some you love deeply. Some you may struggle with. And even the faces of strangers you've never met. Just let it organically come together. Let Spirit bring to you what is needed. As you look at each face, imagine the same golden light shining from their heart. See past their actions, past their words, and see the radiant divine spark within them. And whisper inwardly, I see God in you. I see God in you. I see God in me. We are one. I see God in you. I see God in me. We are one. And now expand your vision beyond the faces to the animals, the trees, the oceans, the mountains, the stars in the night sky, the same light, the same life, the same love everywhere. And feel your own heart as a clear, pure space, free from anything false, free from division. This is the heart that Jesus spoke of. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Just very gently take a deep breath and let that breath fill you. Let it fill your body, and another deep breath and let that fill your mind. And another deep breath and let that fill the world. And when you're ready, come back into the space and bring this consciousness of sacred unity with you. Take a deep breath. And so it is, and we give thanks. Sacred unity. That's our goal. That's our path. Okay, back in our body. So as we begin to take our love offerings into our hands and into our hearts as a way to bless Unity of Merced, and just feel the sacred unity. And we bless also all of the people that will be seeing this on YouTube. We have quite a YouTube following, and I never want to forget them. They are part of this family. They are part of this oneness. And so we give thanks for that consciousness and that sacred unity as well. And we affirm together, as I experience the awakening of divine consciousness, I offer this gift in celebration and thanksgiving.